And we're live, and okay, there you are. I hope I didn't spring it on you too soon.
That's what she said.
Okay. You know, I'm
We're actually on time.
yeah, well, reasonably so. We're only 10 minutes. Hey, everybody. Unfortunately, the camera is set like really wide right now, so we're getting like almost the entire back wall. Hi, everybody. But let me push my chair in, and we're here. How have you guys been? Just someone says, hey, how have you been? Today was better than I thought it was going to be because I had to go and get a tire fixed, and at first I was thinking I'd have to pay almost $200 to get the tire replaced, and then they found the vehicle in their records, and we're like, oh, it's only been a year, and really low mileage here. You only owe $20. I'm like, yes. So that is something I have to be thankful for today. And
I have to be thankful for it too.
yeah.
Because it means you're in a better mood.
Yes, I have two folks over here acting like I'm going to kill them if I get in a bad mood or something.
Well, all I know is we were brought Taco Bell by our priestess.
Yeah. I came home with Taco Bell, so
Which means she was still mad.
No, that is.
For those of you who like Taco Bell, that's a treat.
I'm okay with Taco Bell.
Very good.
I'm okay with Taco Bell.
Very good.
So, yes, going forward, we're going to have a bigger peanut gallery now. So, it's liable to get interesting. Let's see. So the video. Well, you know what? I guess we'll have to leave it like this because they're saying the video looks clearer and brighter. So, maybe it's better we've got it set like this. So.
Well, you've also got an additional light and a fan too, so that helps.
Yeah, but
I just think it's her shining personality.
Yeah, it is of us. You're right.
Well, one, thank you, and two, what do you want?
Something that isn't Taco Bell?
All right.
Okay.
Well, good. Then I know what settings to leave it at now. Awesome. And you're catching part of my cork board, and of course, our photo bomber over here. And I'm sorry you're having a bad day. And hopefully, our resident goofballs will.
Other than that, you can't have a bad day. We love you.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, yes. This week there was a feast of and these were kind of I hate to say minor feasts, but they were not like your high holy days.
No, our minor feast took place this afternoon over Taco Bell.
Yeah, but Isis going forth, to rejoice for her son Horus, and Feast of Neat, and of course, you guys thought that was
Neat.
Yes, and her son Tutu. And there's a video that we talked about Tutu and other deities, and I'm sure you're thinking like pink.
And I'm thinking don't mess with my tutu. But
okay, well, see, somebody'd have to be.
You'd have to be a certified kunast to know.
Yes, that's a cultural reference there. But no, anytime you see a winged sphinx, think Tutu. Tutu is a deity that kind of developed later in Egyptian history, like in the New Kingdom forward, and was especially popular in the latter part of ancient history when there either was no pharaoh or the pharaoh was rather weak, and so Tutu came to represent that power. And they saw these old sphinxes that were inscribed for pharaohs that had been long dead at that point, like Ramesses the Great, and so forth. And those came to represent Tutu. So he's a protected deity, and he's son of Neith. And so I have, it's kind of hard to see, but I have like a little a pin that is a winged sphinx.
So does that mean he was too neat?
Guess so. And I think the scarabs are supposed to actually be from Egypt. So you know, yeah.
Cool.
She was neat. He was Tutu.
Okay, I get it.
Hang on, let's see that.
Small yellow bus. Got it.
Oh. Listen, I see you put a comment and it's flagged for review. I'm gonna go ahead and hide it, but I did see that. I'm gonna knock. Please don't. If you need to talk to Darren later,
Yeah, I'll stay.
Yeah.
I'll even be serious.
We don't.
Please don't leave, brother.
Right. Well, we don't want you to hurt yourself either.
Please don't leave. I will talk to you one-on-one. I'll even get on camera.
We'd have to find. You know what? We'll try and get a hold of him through the Discord, because I know you're on the Discord. So.
Yeah. Don't leave. We'll stay.
Yeah.
Promise me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why we're here, because I know that a lot of folks look forward to this at the end of the week, and I look forward to it at the end of the week, and we're all here to have good feelings and feel better.
Yeah, we love you, man.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Please stay for me.
Yeah. All right. So with that in mind, I can just. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. That's okay. Yeah, I noticed it beeped. I guess the connection had to reestablish. Yeah. So I'll be keeping an eye out for that. All right. Well, these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. This Tefnut purifies me. Come here, you. Hail unto you. You next year. We come unto you without falsehood. Howdy, boy, it is not that cold.
Yeah.
Our purities upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts, and we are cast out all evil that pertains to us. Careful now.
Oh, my hair.
Oh,
Stop feeling my hair.
Yeah. So Nick wipes his hands on Darren's shirt.
We definitely need that second perspective.
Yes, we do. That's going to be our sign refused. We need to get a splitter so we can run 2 cameras, so that when we get to that point, I can switch it, so they can see the comedy that is our aspersions. The water's not that cold, is it?
it was actually kind of warm today.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Only gonna get colder.
Yeah. Yes, it's getting to that time of year. I don't know. Maybe it won't be so bad for you, because I noticed in the wintertime. Well, I don't know. We'll see. All things being equal. Okay. Oh yes, and we need to make sure to light. I've got the candle for Mahes on the altar, because there is. Is it still Tropical Storm Sam, or is it Hurricane Sam now?
Hurricane Sam.
So Hurricane Sam, and I believe there's a Tropical Storm Teresa now. So
Teresa, that sounds like a.
So it's like the couple that lives down the street. You know?
It sounds like a 70s, soft rock hit.
Well, no. Sam and Teresa sounds like the crazy couple that lives down the street or something.
Peach Fuzz by Sam and Teresa.
Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, reaching all of those who are tuning in, now and in reruns.
Receive the light.
And yes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light. And to get my trusty grill lighter from Ahes, so we can welcome his presence and ask for his protection for everyone in the path of the storms this year. And Aset on her day of feast. There we go. And Sekhmet, who has a new candle. There we go.
Let me see. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean, it's same design. It's just I made
No,
it.
I like the slightly tapered jar, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
Mama segments, you did good.
Well, thank you. Okay. You arise in the Aketis Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. And because we are honoring Neat, she is a creatress, so we can address her. Say, hail and praise unto you, O Neat, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Neat, who placed who at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Neat, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Neat, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Neat, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, O Neat, O Aset, O Tutu, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Dispet. May you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oyunachiru. These waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyunachiru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you, cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Oyunachiru, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Get it? There we go. Take this, your bread upon which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Unachinu. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Unachinu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Okay. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Aset, mother of the god, within her house. Pure, pure is Neat, the great, within her house, and Tutu within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horaketi, for Aset, for Neat, Tutu, and their needs in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Aset, O Neat, O Tutu. Come to your bodies, O Unachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. And come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Aset, before Neat, before Tutu. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, all good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi and your son, the Osu Nisu Nekepuru Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now, we'll honor our blessed dead. And I don't know if she's going to be tuning in tonight, but I saw that Rebecca, she's my age basically, and she tunes in fairly regular. But she had a nephew who passed away.
Our condolences
And,
and all that, buddy.
Yeah, I think he's the one that was in a car wreck a few weeks ago. So I'm really sorry about that. But we'll definitely remember him with our blessed dead.
Yes. We love you all.
Mm-hmm. So we light this candle as the eye of Horus, that it may light their way. And we offer them cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horekaru ta hanket ka kau abdu sinachur merhat hut nivet nofret wabet ankhet nochere min kauen akupu nibu maakeru nibu kiranachira. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Ennead says unto you, your word is law eternally. This fed is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at is taking her place in your shrine. And in turn, may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. And so we will read some things for Aset and for Neat. And I even have a few notes for Tutu, some things that I found after I published Celebrating the Egyptian Gods. So if I ever do a revised and expanded edition, there'll be more notes in it.
Yes, and you need to do a revised and expanded edition. They're always cool.
Oh, well, thank you. But, it's only been 3 years now, and, eventually we'll be working on some more books. But,
Yes, that-
okay.
I do remember that you intended it was like possibly that it doesn't like all you, or at least two all you.
That sort of thing changes. I've actually got notes for like a couple of different things already started. And one of them actually is going to be a book on Egyptian magic.
Right.
I've been collecting notes on
She's
that.
been working on a lot of books.
Yeah, it's just right now I'm in the deep in the middle of a novel. So
Right.
yeah. Yes, may Jehuti and Seshat smile upon my work. And help me to keep from being too scatterbrained about it. Oh. Hail unto you, O Isis, the great, mother of the god, lady of Philae, God's wife, God's adorer, God's hand, mother of God, great queen, adornment, lady of ornaments of the shrine, lady and desire of the green fields, nursling who fills the shrine with her beauty, fragrance of the shrine, mistress of joy who runs her course in the sacred place, rain cloud that greens the fields when she descends, maiden sweet of love, mistress of upper and lower Egypt, who issues orders among the Ennead, princess great of praise, lady of charm, whose face loves the trickle of fresh myrrh. She is the one who pours out the inundation, which makes all people live and green plants grow, who provides sacred offerings for the gods and voice offerings for the Akh spirits. Because she is Lady of Heaven, her husband is Lord of Duat, and her son is Lord of the land. Her husband is the pure water renewing himself at Biga at his time. She is Lady of Heaven, Earth, and Duat, having brought them into being through what her heart conceived and her hands created. She is the Ba which is in every city, watching over her son Horus and her brother Osiris. And hail unto you, O Neat the Great, the one who existed before existence, you who made all that is, who created all that exists. Eldest of the primeval gods, fashioner of Ra, mother of Ra who was at the beginning. Unique one without equal, mistress of destiny, regent of fortune. Earth is under your command. One does not make plans without your knowledge. Queen of the gods in heaven, sovereign of the gods of the earth. Mistress of the bow, regent of the arrow, who keeps the arrow demons under your authority. Mistress of great fear, who created the twin crocodiles. Life and death are under your supervision. You fill sky and earth with your beauty, light the two lands with the rays of your eyes. You encompass your son as the light of the two lands. Father of fathers, who makes fertile the seeds of gods and men. Great cow who nourishes all things. Mother of mothers, who is like no other. Yes, and that's something you may notice with Neat. She's often referred to as being partly masculine, and as a deity that can take the role of creator. Creator deities in Egyptian belief tend to be kind of androgynous or gender ambiguous, um, because as Atum, the creator form of Ra, he manifested a feminine from within himself, um, and Neat could take on a masculine role and is described as such in some of the surviving temple texts. So, for people that are interested in more gender ambiguous deities, I recommend Neat, as a good candidate for that because she's described that way in ancient, references. But as for Tutu, he also controls demons and bad stars, bad signs. That's something he has strength over. His titles include Great of Strength, Peti, Lord of Strength, Nibkenu, Mighty of Foron, Nacht, Kupish, who drives away the enemies, Sabiu, who stirs up uproar every month in Sais, which is a city sacred to Neat. The Lion, the Great Protector, swift of pace, who wards off the Khatio demons, Master of the Arrow demons, Master of the Khatio demons of Sekhmet and the Wandering demons of Bastet. So, yes, the dangerous emissaries that lioness goddesses like Sekhmet and Bastet send out. Tutu, of course, taking on a Leonin form as a Sphinx, he can control them. And another title is He Who Has No Equal. And Irhabia and Jadenef, the messengers act according to his word. So, and he was offered food and bread, and a Sekhmet sistrum, so a ring sistrum for him, symbolized his victory over evil forces or seven demons. Controller of the seven demons, which I'm trying to find out more about who were those, seven demons, probably similar to the seven arrows of Sekhmet. So if those of us, if you've been feeling lately like you've not been having very good luck, or things haven't been going your way, we ask Tutu to drive away the bad luck and give us good signs. And I'm going to see if anybody's got any other requests. So, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I love a few words to Suti to say. He's been incredibly good to me with my recent physical troubles and anxiety. Absolutely. So, and ask Sekhmet to protect me and grant me strength. And a good question. Could there be a connection between the seven demons and the seven Hathors? That I don't know, but it's worth, it's worth digging into. But that's going to involve a lot of time on a source like JSTOR, where you can find academic articles.
Yeah.
Because that's some of that, stuff where I run into like, oh, there's a great book, but I can't access it on Google Books, and I'd have to get somebody to do it through interlibrary loan because the closest one's in like Austin, Texas, or something. So, yeah, that's worth some deep study there. But the legitimate question, from Fevers to Suti, yeah, okay, so I got that. To Set and to Sekhmet. Oh, and I see someone mentioning Anapu. So, our thanks to Set, and also asking Set to keep an eye on the storms and make sure that they don't cause too much damage. Actually, they were talking about there's a drought in Puerto Rico, so they're hoping that, maybe the Sam will bring some rain, without, washing everybody away. So, hail Asutech, son of Nut, great of strength in the bark of millions, chosen one of Ra Horaketi, bull who dwells in the northern sky, fearsome one at whom all lands tremble. Great is your war cry, great is your might. Your wasp scepter stretches over the sky. You stand at the zenith of the stars. Lord of storms, Lord of dread, your voice is thunder in the heavens. You slay the fiend from the prow of Ra's bark. Protect us from evil and grant us long life. And we'll do our sevenfold litany to Sekhmet. Hail, Sekhmet, who presides over the land, lady of flourishing, generous one, Sekhmet, who protects the two lands. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the first arrow of famine. Hail, Sekhmet, O Curl, O hidden lady, Wajit the great. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the second arrow of drought. Hail, Sekhmet, who moves in light, who terrifies the gods with her massacre. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the third arrow of war. Hail, Sekhmet, who guides mankind, lady of the dual shores, mistress of humanity. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fourth arrow of terror. Hail, Sekhmet, great shining one, foremost in the mansion of flame, who terrorizes the two lands with fear. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fifth arrow of storms. Hail, Sekhmet, who loves Ma'at and hates his Fet, lady of the people. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the sixth arrow of oppression. Hail, Sekhmet, Uraeus who opens the acacia, great and sovereign one. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the seventh arrow of disease. Now, just so you know, the seven arrows, I identify them in this version, but that's a modern thing to say. Arrows of famine, drought, war, pestilence. The text that I drew it from didn't identify them as such, but funny thing, it seems to be rather appropriate. Especially over the last year and a half, year and a half. It's like, check off all the boxes. Mama Sekhmet, please protect us from these.
Yeah.
Yeah. And incidentally, I have you might have said, oh, well, the system sounds different. I've got technically I have three different ones up here. This one is handmade. This one I got from a little shop called Little Egypt. And this one is from Ethiopia. And the handle of it is the Russian equivalent of a 50 caliber shell.
Yes.
And turning swords into plowshares. But the thought is eventually, if we had a bunch of people in here that wanted to shake a sistrum, everybody would have one. So that's why it's like, okay, which one do I pick up, in a given moment? So let's see. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. So Celery has a little miniature statue of Set in her locker at art school with a little electric candle. Sometimes I stop there and say a few short words and offer what snack I've got, which is really cool. And Rose is saying I have a painting of Jehudi in my math binder. That's a great place. That's awesome. And yeah, those are cool. Now, you know what? Somebody on the Facebook group shared, and I'm going to have to find this app. They made an app for people who practice Hinduism, where you can actually on your phone have it'll wave a little lamp and then offer water and stuff like that, and you can choose what pictures you put in front of it because they're thinking using Hindu deities and doing a puja offering to them, but somebody in the Kemetic reform group figured it out and added a picture of Konsu and was using doing basically an app Puja to Konsu, and I want to check that out because if we can adapt that, you can sit there and do it on your phone. But and if anybody's got a request for a fortune cookie for divination, just put it in the comments. I'm just going to.
I'll take one.
Alrighty. So we got our first request from in-house. Tell you what, since you're here, Nick, I'm just going to let you pull your cookie. And then
Finally, he gets to do it when people watch. Damn exhibition.
My cookie.
Y'all are terrible. Okay. And Nick, yours says, lovers come and go, but friends are always there.
Wow. Not what I was really asking, but yeah, message comes through.
There you go. That's why you're here, man. Lovers come and go, but friends are always there. There's a lot to this story that you guys don't know. Okay. Alrighty, so in order, I see Sarcastic, then Alex,
Nah.
and oh hush, Celery and Rose, and I'm gonna knock one. So prayers for his grandmother. She's been having a hard time breathing recently. So
Much sympathy.
well, yeah,
I have a hard time with that regularly.
yeah, and we always worry about you. Tell
Much
you
love
what,
to your grandmother and those who love her.
yeah, and tell you what, we're gonna ask Cirquette if she will look after your grandmother and also you too, Darren, because I think she's kind of
Need somebody to look after on the knock.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, I love him too.
I'll tell you what, for all of you, and then we're gonna get our other fortunes here. So. Hail, O Cirquette, O noble lady, Cirquette Hettit, giver of breath. Come unto us, O divine Lady of Heaven. Drive out every evil that is in our bodies. With your fire in your mouth and your flame before you, set your spells against those who wish us ill. Mistress of your mansion among the undying stars, mistress of the cavern who protects the bark of Ra. Hail, O Cirquette. And, okay, yes. Sarcastic. That's first on the list.
No way.
Haha. And it says, sarcastic, men show their character in nothing more clearly than by what they think laughable. Wow, let me read that for you one more time. This is rather profound. Men show their character in nothing more clearly than by what they think laughable. So, in other words, somebody, what people think is funny will tell you a lot about them. So, maybe there are some folks that you need to, be watching out for, paying attention to, if they think something's funny that, is not kosher.
Yeah. Or if they don't think things are funny that actually are, that's also a warning sign.
Yeah. Okay. And Alex, and then Celery. All right, so Alex, that one just hopped right out. Alex, it says, nature, time, and patience are the three great healers. Wow, I hope I get the sense that that's there's something you were looking for. Here you go. Nature, time, and patience are the three great healers. Okay, so Alex and celery. And celery. It says knowledge is priceless. Hmm. I know we have to tell ourselves that when we're in, line, when we register and we see the tuition.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what am I thinking about in line? Everybody does that online now.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just showed my age there because you and I are thinking about like racing forms and the registration day and all that
Yeah.
other stuff back when we did it analog.
Right, and I can remember you taking notes on stone tablets and everything.
But anyway, yeah. Well, the joke that I'm trying to make is that when you see your tuition sheet, and you get the sticker shock, just remember, knowledge is priceless.
However, tuition and fees are not.
Okay. Just gotta try to keep motivated in school. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's tough, and art school is very tough. But if you stick to it, you will be a better artist for it, and you won't even realize it until you go back and especially keep old drawings and things that you have from like before you started, and then look back at them, after a little while, and you'll see the difference. So I certainly did. And let's see. Okay. So wait, Alex, and then celery, and then Rose, and then Brian. And I'm just going down the list.
We already got celery.
Yeah, sarcastic is saying, knowledge is priceless. College, $25,000 a year, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowledge is priceless. College is not.
So, Rose, and then Brian, and then Amanat. Okay. So. Oh, wow. Rose, you got two. First one says, adventure is worthwhile in itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the end, it's the journey. Okay, the second one. Says, keep a cool head and bide your time. A chance is bound to come. Paired with adventure is worthwhile in itself. I guess if you are wanting to get away, just hang in there. You'll get your opportunity. That's what it sounds like to me. Keep a cool head and bide your time. A chance is bound to come. Unless you had two questions, and but there you go. So, yes, Rose and then Brian. There we go. So, Brian. And it says, love is the glue that holds together everything in the world. And we certainly love you. Poor thing, you fell asleep. It's one way I know it's peaceful in here because Darren starts to doze. Oh wow! Rose says, I literally asked Jehuti to give me 2. There you go. Well, there you go. It's both about big tests I have in bio class. Cool. Well, and Aunt Herrera Cordova said, Nini, it's my first time at the service. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so Amanat, and then Don, and then Tegan. Thank you. So, there we go. Amanat. Joy comes from peace today. Save the adventure till next week.
Not you have things to look forward to. Don't put a stop to your journey.
Yeah. Joy comes from peace today. Save the adventure till next week.
Right.
And, okay, so. Alrighty. So, Don. There we go. Here it's yours. And it says, it takes courage to grow up and turn out to be who you really are.
No shit. Wow. Who's that for?
Don asked for that.
Cool.
As it takes courage to grow up and turn out to be who you really are. Yes, don't give in to the pressure of expectations from other people that you should be a certain way. Stay true to your heart. And I know that can be hard because, sometimes that means, you have hurdles in life because, you didn't do what everybody thought you're supposed to be doing. But, what's more important ultimately is when you can lay your head down at night and know that, you stayed true to your own principles. You're not, giving up something just because of someone else's, say so. And let's see. Okay, Tegan. I hope I'm saying it right. Tegan, it is your turn. And here we go. Wow. Tegan, this says, men do not fail. They give up trying.
Uh-huh.
Whatever it is, don't give up. Don't feel like you failed. You haven't failed until you quit trying.
Right.
And they're trying to tell you this.
Let me also put that in another way. You can rest, you can reevaluate, but don't you dare quit.
Yeah, even if you have to put something away for a little while, and I'm thinking about like our graphic novel that we did, because that took us 17 years to finally finish. But I tell you what, by the end of it, I didn't even, when I started on it, I didn't even know what a motion comic was, let alone that I would eventually produce one, and we'd have gotten input from
the director
the
of
voice director
Transformers.
for the original Transformers. But yeah, he saw the storyboards and he worked with me a little bit on it before he got sick.
Yeah.
And I had to put it away for several years before then. So, and I hated it every time. You can ask Darren how many, there were a couple of summers where I beat my brains out trying to get it done and couldn't get it done in time to get it printed or something like that. And, just frustrated to the point of tears. But
and we had to figure out, and
Huh.
it took us 17 years to figure out.
Huh.
It wasn't ready until it was ready.
Yeah.
It wasn't look, that motion comic turned out to be nothing like we thought it would.
Mhm.
It turned out to be 1,000 times better, but we were so upset, so impatient,
Mhm.
But we didn't realize that the journey was going to end literally with the rainbow at our feet.
Yeah.
Because
and-
it did.
And what I may do is maybe this weekend is try and put up the other version of it on YouTube, see if I can get it to go up without
Right. Without
flagging.
being flagged.
Yeah, because the music that I was using, they flagged it for copyright and didn't give me an option to link it to some because some different copyright holders will treat it differently, and Bandai Limited is a little picky about their
Yeah.
stuff. So anyway, but that's just an example. So. Okay, and Daniel will take a fortune. So awesome. And I hope everyone had a good autumnal equinox. We went out and lit a bonfire on Wednesday, and some folks may be celebrating something this weekend. And if so, I wish you a good one. And Daniel, here is your fortune. Oh, okay, that cookie running away. Okay. It is better to show appreciation than to take things for granted.
Now, I'm going to caution all of you, when you hear something so seemingly simple, it is, but that is a cue for you to stop and really think about all the simple things in your life that are there, maybe have always been there, and you take them for granted. Don't. Nothing is trivial.
Yeah.
Not the house you live in,
Not
nothing.
the people that you've known for forever.
Right, nothing.
Yeah.
The people that you miss are not the only special people. Think about the people you don't miss. Think about your boring life and how grateful you might want to be for it.
Mhm.
Because remember, boring can also mean stable.
Yeah.
And be careful when you pray for excitement or adventure. You just might get it. And it might not be what you were thinking for.
Well, also, and tying this in with the mentioning of the autumnal equinox, because in other ancient Near Eastern traditions, this is the time of a festival of ingathering, or the Akitu if you're into the Mesopotamian, Sumerian paganism, and that was a multi-day festival where part of it was reflecting and of course atoning for things done, but also taking thanks or giving thanks for the blessings that you've gotten. So it's all good. It's all pertinent to this time of year. So there you go. Oh wow! And he says, especially we had 2 deaths in the family 2 days apart from each other. So
Oh my.
yeah, we're really sorry for the people that you've lost, and we've certainly been there this year.
Yes, we have.
ourselves.
Way too
So
often.
this is a time to go and tell all your friends that you love them, because you might have them. Hopefully you'll still have them for a long time, but it's good to let them know.
Yep.
Okay, and Herrera Cordoba asks a prayer request. Starting my own business and really appreciate if you could intercede to start my job well. Absolutely.
Cool.
Well, you know what?
By the way, what's the biz, man?
Yeah. Hey, if it's something online, we can link you up.
Yeah.
I'm going to uh, read a prayer for Konsu because he's someone that I work with for financial blessings. Konsu and also Osiris. So
We need that for all of us.
yeah. So Konsu, the child, the very great, the firstborn of Amun, good youth, sweet of love, king of all children, babe born alive, who repeats birth like the sun disk, who repeats the renewal of Ra and Thebes, babe in the morning, old man in the evening, youth who renews at the proper times, who arrives as an infant after his old age, whom Mut gave birth to in Thebes as the august child, the living one in his manifestation of Khepri, Ra after he repeated births, a tomb in the evening within the entrance of Manu, Iris of the Ujat, Horus as a young child, babe of Amun Ra, Lord of food, plentiful of sustenance, Lord of offerings who gives to those he loves. Would you please give your prosperity and blessings to Gerardo Cordoba, who is starting a new business, and to all of us that are trying to do better, who are trying to look for work, who are trying to do well at work, and build better for themselves. And we also ask Osiris, Lord of eternity, King of the gods, of many names, of holy forms, of secret rites and temples, the noble Ka at the fore of Jeddu, also great in Sakhem, Lord of praise in Anjeti, foremost of offerings in Yunu, Lord of memory in Ma'ati, secret Ba, Lord of the cavern, holy in white walls, Ba of Ra of his very body, at rest in Hanes, excellent of praise in the Narit tree that grew to raise his Ba, Lord of the great shrine in Khemnu, great of terror in Shashotep, Lord of eternity, foremost of Abydos in his distant place in the sacred land. We also address you, O Osiris, that you may bring blessings upon us as well. For our friend who's starting a new business, for those of us that are seeking employment, and for those of us that are trying to maintain the businesses that we have. Would you please grant your blessings?
I would also ask for blessings
Mhm.
for those people that have lost loved ones and their families,
Yes.
and the loved ones that are in the West.
Mm-hmm. So. Okay, if there's any more requests, just we'll include you, but we're going to be wrapping it up pretty soon. Let's see. And I'm so glad that I do. We love you too, and
Please.
starting my job on my neighborhood. Okay. Well, that's great, and we wish you the best of luck with that. Big hugs.
And we love you all. Believe
Mhm.
me, we wouldn't be anything without you guys.
Yeah. And I mean that's it's something good that we've been able to do and to bring out of all the tumult from the last year and a half.
Yes.
So.
We are the ones that were blessed.
Mm-hmm. Get the fortune cookie crumbs off of my page here. Okay. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of a tomb, foremost of the great need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset and Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset and Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shenit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Acheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kemenu endures. As the name of Ra and the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Aset, O Nit, O Tutu, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Nachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Well, if that's it, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for call this a night.
I'm in Knox. Are you going to be available for us?
Yeah. Let us know. I'm going to check on the Discord, and if you need to talk to us, then just let us know. But in the meantime, guys, glad as always to have you here, and I hope you all have a safe and blessed week.
And we hope to
happy
see you
weekend.
all back here.
Yeah.
Especially you folks that showed up for the first time. Thank you
Yeah.
for the blessing of your company.
Yes. Well, welcome. Hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you again. If I can tie that. All right. Well, that's great. Let's see. Almanac says, I feel a lot better now that I've spent this time with you guys.
We love you.
That's
If,
great.
if you need to talk some more,
Yeah. If you
we'll
need-
stay. Don't leave.
Yeah. Just message me on Discord if you need to talk. And
Yeah. I mean, don't take long. Messages quick.
All right. We love you.
We
guys.
love all of you guys.
Yeah. See you soon.